Well, Scott, what a way to make your way back into coaching and a really solid performance tonight from the Adelaide Lightning.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it's a bit of relief at the moment. I mean, I didn't really know what to expect coming into tonight's game, but the way we there was basketball was a game of momentum, as you know, and we had a good run early, then they got on a run. It was back and forth the entire game, but I thought our defensive effort in the fourth quarter was outstanding. To hold them to 10 points. I played these guys a lot more minutes than I would have liked, and probably what they would have liked. But when you lose your point guard in the first quarter, I had timeouts that I could have used. I was contemplating using to, get rest more than anything. But I just felt we had that momentum, and we were so close to turning that game. So I just kept pushing through, and I thought they were outstanding. I thought obviously Steph and our main players were outstanding, incredible today. But I said after the game that the cameo roles we got from Haley and Georgia Pinot, getting minutes. This game is about opportunity. Someone gets hurt, it's the next person up, and that's difficult when you haven't been playing a lot of minutes. So I was really, really pleased with that, and that's an exciting win.
So I have to ask you, the first training session Thursday, and you didn't have much time to prepare, and that obviously from your point of view, but obviously you had the help of Matt Clark and Georgia Crouch and that sort of thing. How did that first session go, and did it really seem to prepare you really well for tonight's game?
I would have liked more than one day, it'd be fair to say, but we spoke before training, and obviously I couldn't come in and change anything in 24 hours. But I spoke about some of the observations I'd had with the team over the last few weeks, and some of the things that we could change very quickly. I promoted pushing the ball and getting in the open court, and I thought we did a really good job with that. And just playing with some flair and playing a bit loose and enjoying the moment. It's difficult when you lose and losing the way, some games that you lose from what seems like unlosable, positions to. That affects you. So, bringing some enjoyment back into the game, and the training was only an hour. We didn't have much chance. I spoke about some of the things that I felt we could do defensively better. So we just did a couple of defensive drills, got up and down a little bit, did our scout, and that was it. But it's all credit to Maddie and Georgia. I leaned heavily on them. I've been here for one day. Not quite up with all the plays and that yet, and I'll make some adjustments once we get more settled, and I think we can. There's areas we can improve on, obviously, but that's the sort of scoreline that I love. 82 to 72. That's me all over. That means that you're committed to what you're doing at the defensive end, and we had our lapses, obviously, but when we really had to get those stops, we got them, and that's really pleasing.
And you made some adjustments at halftime on Nars Hillman, who's got a very good record against this Adelaide Lightning team when she first came into the league last year as well. I think she's double-figured in every single game that she's played against the Lightning now. What kind of adjustments were made at halftime?
I wouldn't say we didn't really discuss a lot of it. I think it was just more imploring us to, do our work early. Play in a stance. We were getting sealed. Probably a little bit too easily at times during that game, and a lot of that is pressure on the ball and making those passes difficult. I was suggesting to the referees that there might have been some 3-second calls that could have been made, and I didn't get a warning, but it was suggested that I was very close to getting one. So I'm happy that I'm 0 for 1 as far as warnings go. But I just think collectively as a team, because we did switch some areas of the game, but I just thought that defensive effort lifted all the way through.
And it was led from the front in the first quarter by your captain, Steph. Wonderful game tonight, 17 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists. I know that you had probably a couple of quiet ones in terms of numbers, but your influence was still there steadily, and there's been some almost games the last couple of weeks. It seemed to all really click for you again tonight. Did that feel really great for you to lead from the front this Lightning team in the circumstances?
Yeah, it felt really good. I think maybe got my training loads a bit under control a bit better, and I had a little bit more energy in the game, and that helped me come out and lead from the front on the defensive end and push the ball on the offensive end.
Had a really great battle with Bet Cole tonight, kept it very, very quiet. We know that you two like to go toe-to-toe, obviously, in games we've seen in the past. Nice to see that battle go your way again.
Yeah, she's a great player. I love matching up against her. She's a challenge. And yeah, always happy to win a match up on the night.
It was a problem for the Lightning in the second half, Alice Koenig, of course, because she really started to light it up and cause a lot of problems, not only on the three-point line, but she was driving, she was physical in the way that she played and that. So what sort of did you talk to the girls while you were out there on the floor about, trying to stop her and contain her?
Yeah, a little bit. We were switching a lot, so she was ending up on mismatches inside, and I think that allowed her to get her eye in maybe and hit some shots and get confident. Once you get confident, you know what it's like. You can hit anything once you got your eye in. So I think that helped her a little bit, but the last quarter we really locked down a lot more on her.
And I know we talk about role players a lot, but particularly Brooke Basham, 4 fouls in the last quarter, comes out, plays exactly the role that she is in this team and hits a couple of big shots. How great was that, especially when the Flyers were coming at you?
Yeah, like Coach said, I think our bench were huge tonight, Bash being one of them. The energy she comes in with, the confidence she comes in with to just shoot her shots and make them in big moments is huge for us.
Absolutely, and then of course you've got Sydney on Sunday. It's a quick turnaround. Obviously, one of the good things about this game is that you now are 2-0 against Southside, which means that I think you claim the series for the year, which is really important. So if you do tie on wins at the end of the season, trying to get into those final 4 spots, that we'll have that upper echelon, and you've got a chance to do that against Sydney on their home court at the Key Centre as well. I mean, what are you expecting, Steph, in terms of Sydney's output? They do like to run up the turnovers a fair bit, and points from turnovers can be a way to get on top of them.
Yeah, I think they lost last game, but before that they had a really good game. They have a couple key players, Swain and George, that like to get out. They're a bit run and gun, so if we can slow them down, go a long way, but they're going to be tough on their home court.